up, guys? Limbus Company, a game I've been trying out for past few days since release, and so far I'm really liking it. I'm liking the combat system. I like the design choices they did and overall style of the game. One of the reasons why I even checked out the game is because of the company that made it, Project Moon. I played one of their previous games, Limbus Company, and I found that game very interesting and unique, so I kind of felt obliged to check this one out, and I definitely don't regret checking it. So please give it a go and expect some more content on this game from now on. So let's go back to the news. We've got ourselves roadmap for the first half of 2023, and the earliest thing is on the 9th, so in 6 days. We are getting new identities and new ego. Now, I am assuming new identities, they did plural, meaning we're getting more than just one skin or more than one identity. My expectations are Audis and Faust, those two, because they don't have the 3-star or 3-0, I'm gonna call them 3-star skins yet, so I'm expecting those two are probably gonna get new skins. And with Ego, I'm not sure if we're getting just one or are we getting multiple. I mean, they don't use plural heal, but I don't know. I feel like we might be getting, if we're getting more than one character, I feel like we should be getting more than one Ego. Maybe I'm just hopeful, but we'll see. They did not give any details about it yet, so I'm assuming they're keeping it a secret as a surprise. Whenever 9th rolls around, maybe day before, they will announce what we're actually getting. But yeah, it's fine. I'm expecting two characters that don't have a 3-star identity yet, so hopefully we're getting Faust. I'm really eager for that skin. So next part is on 3.16, which is an actual patch with some content. We're getting Fred Luxcavation and Experienced Luxcavation, as well as some improvements to minor mirror dungeon rewards, and some combat adjustments. I'm not sure about combat adjustments, what they mean by that. Is this just like balancing of main story, or I'm not sure. They gave us some more details on 3.16 patch, but they didn't say anything about combat adjustments, so we'll see what exactly they have in mind. Maybe they will post another set of informations once we're closer to 16th. So they posted 3 pictures. Here's the first picture, and it's talking about the Experienced Luxcavation dungeon. So this will be your daily dungeon like in any other game. 3 clears daily, and you will be able to receive some EXP. Alright, so actually I don't know if it's it says limited number of times per, yeah, okay, yeah, there are 3 entries on the bottom part. Okay, so I got that right. So yeah, there will be 3 stages, difficulty level 10, 20 and 30, and it will give you the EXP tickets that you were getting in Mirror Dungeon, or are getting still, I guess, in Mirror Dungeon. It will no longer be the case, as you will see on the later picture. They're taking away the e-experience from Mirror Dungeon and putting it directly into this daily dungeon instead. So I think that's a good change. You'll see later what we're getting in return instead. So the next picture is talking about the Fred Luxcavation. I'm really excited for this one because as of right now, you can't really farm Fred. You can get Fred by changing or dismantling ego shards, But to get ego shards, you either need to be pulling on banners, or you need to be doing the mirror dungeon and getting the chests. However, for free-to-play players, non-spenders, those chests are very valuable because you need them to craft egos for characters. So you don't really want to be using those chests on, you know, ego shards that you don't want to use and then convert those into threads. It doesn't make sense. So we definitely needed something to farm thread, because it's essential for our characters. If you don't upgrade their tier, you're not getting the third skill, and not having the third skill is a big disadvantage when you go into the field. So to me, this is like, I'm really excited for this one, being able to farm for it. So this one is also free. Actually, I think it's daily. I see there's 2 out of 3. I'm assuming this is like bonus rewards, but I'm not sure if this is a daily. It's too far. I can't make out the writing, but it will either be free bonuses on daily basis, or it's free bonuses on weekly basis. Hard to say. However, we will be able to fight the abnormalities on those stages, and they do change depending on day of the week. So I'm assuming those will be like mini boss fights, or an actual boss fights, or maybe tougher abnormalities. Like looking at the pictures, I'm assuming those will be boss fights. So cool, because we'll be able to see some more abnormalities. I think that's good enough for me. So we'll see. Hopefully this will be good, and we'll have some variety with the bosses. So I'm excited to see it. The last thing on the on our list is the mirror dungeon changes. So I did mirror dungeons. I did them on the last day before the weekly finished, or before week finished, and I had to do 5 of them in a row to get all the bonus rewards, and it was hard. Like, it was a lot of clearing. Alright, it took time. So I do like the change going from 5 to 3 per week instead. You still can do more than 3, obviously. It's just you're getting more rewards only 3 times per week. You still will be able to receive 1 free clear daily. So if you're just consistently doing them, then you'll clear this 7 times a week, and 3 of those times you'll get bonuses. So just something to keep in mind. Now, for the rewards, the biggest change is, again, identity EXP goes away, so you're no longer getting any EXP. However, you're getting lunacy instead. Now, lunacy is a currency you're using for pulling, and 130 lunacy is 1 pull, so 1300 lunacy is 10 pull. So this gives you a slightly over 1 pull, meaning with bonus rewards, 3 clears per week, you're getting 3.5, I think, pull. 20, 40, 60, yeah, about 3.5 pulls per week. But that's with bonuses. I'm not sure how much lunacy you're getting without bonus, so I'm eager to check if it will be 100 lunacy or 50 lunacy. Those are the numbers I'm expecting. Maybe you don't get lunacy at all. That also, I guess, could be the case, but I'm hoping it's 100, or I'm hoping it's 100. 50 would be kind of low, so I really hope it's 100 lunacy per clear. Then if we got 400 more just from free daily clear, that would be pretty sweet overall. So yeah, other than that, they're changing the amount of crates you're getting. So instead of 5 random you can get 8 random crates, and instead of 3 selector chests, you get 5. You obviously choose only one of them, so it makes sense because you get only 3 bonuses, so they had to compensate. That's why they increased the number of crates. It's exactly the right amount. It's proportional, so yeah, the rewards stayed the same basically. They're not giving more crates. It's just more in one clear instead of less less rewards and more clears. So also we get some pass EXP. I'm assuming this is the season pass experience, I think. So cool. That's fine. But yeah, other than that, that's it for the 3.16 patch. It's good to see that the changes are coming relatively quick, because we definitely need them. I mean, the game is still pretty early on, so but I'm excited to play it, because if you play the game from the very start, even in its like early state, that's not, maybe doesn't feel super finished. Like, you're generating resources and you're also getting all the exclusive stuff and building your account. If this game blows up or becomes good later on, or like rich in content and people want to try it out, you will be already set up with the game, with the account. So you know, I'm just saying that if you start early, you'll reap the benefits later down the line. So again, I really like it, and the studio behind the game I also like, so I'm hopeful for this one. So the next thing on our list is 23rd. We are getting some new attendance rewards. Again, I'm assuming this is maybe for a week. You just log into the game, you get rewards. Easy enough, you've seen it before. And we're also getting some new identities and ego, which is great. I mean, 9th, we're getting some units and ego, and then 2 weeks later we're getting again units and ego. Great, right? The next 2 weeks later, not even, well, yeah, probably 2 weeks later. I'm assuming they don't have exact dates yet, but I'm assuming it will be 2 weeks later in April. We're getting again new identities and again a new ego. Great. Again, we'll see how rough it will be on pulling, because I already saw people panicking with the fast schedule, but I don't know. I feel like the guys will try to help you out with pulling and stuff, so we'll see. I don't want to praise them before they do those things, but we'll see. I wouldn't panic just yet, basically. It might not be that bad as you think it will. So okay, so next thing will be the chapter 3.5 event, Hell's Chicken. I'm assuming this is event or story, side story that takes place after chapter 3, so probably like just additional thing, additional lore after the chapter. We're getting some event dungeon in normal and hard mode, as well as we're getting some limited identity and ego, which that sounds interesting, because that means they will not be available after the event, but they do point out that the event itself may reappear in the future, and I would bet my ass that, yeah, they will rerun it at some point. But it's better to grab it now, because we don't know when it would rerun. It could be in a year, for example, right from that event, so better to grab it while you can. We'll see how good those event limited identity and ego will be, but maybe you won't even have to pull. Maybe this is just given, or a reward for clearing, so maybe we don't even have to pull. We'll see. Oh, actually, wait, I forgot this one, right? Event target extraction. So I'm assuming we'll get some for clearing, and then I guess we'll have a banner as well for some other identities and ego. It uses plural healer and it uses single here, so that's a little concerning, I guess. That means we're getting one only identity and probably only one ego during event for free, but then we'll have to, no, we don't have to pull, but we'll have an option to pull for probably 2 identities that are event limited and maybe 1 or maybe more than 1 ego. So okay, that's, again, we'll see. I don't want to doom and gloom, and I don't want to also say everything is gonna be fine. We'll just see. There's no other way around it, basically. So May brings new identities again. No new ego, just new identities. I'm not sure why, but that's how it is. And then we're getting some main story update, chapter 4. But chapter 4 first part, so I'm assuming 1/3 of the chapter only. So if it has like 21 stages, then about 7 stages will be released. That's my assumption. We're getting some new identities in ego, like always. It continues throughout, so I'm gonna skip it over basically. We're getting season 2 as well, a season pass, which makes sense because the season 1 pass, it ends on 18th, May 18th. So May 18th you're gonna get the season 2 pass most likely. And again, season 2 pass is, as you see, split into 1, 2, and 3. So I'm assuming it will have total of 60 levels like the season 1 pass, but because you have egos on the track reward, I'm assuming they're only going to show you the first 20 levels on 18th, and then the next update they release second part, meaning the next 20 levels of the pass, so up to 40, and then third part up to 60. That's my assumption right now, because it also says new ego, meaning, again, because egos are on the battle pass, on the reward track, so that would make sense to me that they're doing 20 levels at a time. You have 10 unique egos, if I counted them correctly, on season 1 pass. So 10 new egos. We'll see if we'll be getting 10 new egos on season 2 as well, but that's my assumption right now, that we're getting 10 more on season 2. So it makes sense that they're taking their time with this. And yeah, chapter 4 again, the second part, identities and season pass. On to June, we're finishing chapter 4. We're getting some more identities. We're getting the season pass, or finishing season pass for season 2. And we're getting new content, the mirror dungeon number 2 and hard mode for mirror dungeon. As you know, we only have right now only 1 mirror dungeon, and there are 3 dungeons planned as of now. So we'll be getting in June the second one, and the hard mode, I'm assuming, for both mirror dungeons. And then the next few months, very little information on them, just rough predictions. July we get 4.5 event, then August we're getting 2 mini events again, September we're getting chapter 5, and then October we're getting mirror dungeon number 3 and another event. So rough information about those months. We'll see what else they're planning, or if they will stick to the schedule. Those first few months will be good indicator for it. So, but yeah, that's about it for the roadmap and for upcoming patches that are coming. And you know, I'll be covering this game from now on, so expect more content from it. And I'm hoping this game grows because, again, I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.